Hello and welcome to Yule with the Pagan Alliance Church. Yule is that tipping point in our year. It's the darkest time of the year is about to end as we head back to more light during our day. But it's a time for reflection and introspection, particularly putting aside the challenges that you may have faced this year, whether they were successfully met or not. What will you do in 2026? Will you do exactly the same things that you did in 2025? Or will you make a change? What parts of this year would you like to do again? And how are you going to achieve those? If this year left you with challenges, what are you going to do to meet them? Remembering that none of us are alone, that there's someone that we can reach out to for assistance, be it paid or otherwise, to help us on our journey, to help us get things on the track that we want to be on. So what is it that you envision for yourself for next year? Now, traditionally, this would be the time when people say, well, I'd like a house or I'd like a new car. Basic things, but at the same time, things that are becoming more and more difficult to achieve, or in some instances, not quite as salient as they were before. For example, a new car. That would typically be defined as a new, as in brand new vehicle, as opposed to a new to you vehicle. But if your car is beyond the ability to repair, or just doesn't suit your needs anymore, then it is time to look at something new to you. But those are external things, right? If your car doesn't meet your needs have changed, and that's what we need to be reflecting upon this year. And figuring out what we want to do for next year. What are our needs? What is it that we want to do? What is it that we need to do? And how do we bridge the gap between those two? There's a lot of people who have quote-unquote hobbies, things that they could make money on if they could devote the time to it or had the time to devote to it. And then there's the job that pays the bills, right? I know a lot of people are in that situation. Their job is to help them keep their head above water, to allow them to provide for themselves and their family. And that's the year that we're coming out of. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that 2026 is going to be fiscally better for this country, I'm in the United States, than it is this year. But what can you do to help mitigate the impacts? What can you do to help supplement, if you need to, your income so that you have more resources available, or have shored up your resources that should something happen, you have the resiliency to financially get through them? What is it that you can do to prepare yourself for 2026? But more importantly, what went well in 2025 that you want to do again? There's wonderful things that happened to you this year. What is it that you had happen that you would like to have happen to you again, what do you want to seek out next year? Going on the principle of like attracting like, it's time to think about what it is specifically that you're looking for. Now, we can do I'll lay out a candle ritual for you soon about how you can bring these things in. But a lot of the magic of this is defining exactly what you're looking for. The comment, "I'm looking for love," is crap. It means nothing. It is a meaningless platitude that people use when they say, "What are you looking for?" It's a throwaway, right? I'm looking for a new job. I'm looking for a car. What are you looking for? What is it that your need is? If the answer is, I need someone in my life who will fill in the blank. Do you have physical preferences for that person in your life? Be it gender, be it height, be it weight. Be specific. If you're looking for a new job, what is it you want to do for work specifically? What is it that you want for salary? What is it that you want for hours, for flexibility? What is it that you truly want to do to make money? And how much money do you need to make? By being specific, by focusing your thoughts on what it is that you really are looking for instead of those throwaways, it helps you to focus on finding those things. Because now you've defined exactly what you're looking for. And by defining it, it allows you to throw away everything else, right? If you say, I want a new car, for example, that's pretty broad. If you have a family of 4 and your children are sports-minded, maybe they're in junior high or high school, how much storage space do you need to have? Do you want to be the transport for part of the team? What is it that you're going to do with that vehicle? That will define what it is that you need for storage space, for accessibility, for ease, right? I want a new car, but I live in an area that gets a lot of snow. Do I want a 4-wheel drive? Do I want a front-wheel drive? What is it specifically that is going to meet your needs in a vehicle? Just like in a relationship or just like in a job, be as specific as possible. And that's why I use a vehicle as an example, because it allows you to think about all those little things, right? Do you want to have a trunk? Do you want a hatchback? Do you want an SUV that the back opens up and you can put a lot of things into, that maybe fold the seats down in the back so you can put longer things in? What is it that you need for the next vehicle? Then take that mindset of all those little bits and pieces that you had to figure out there and apply it to other things, such as, what do you want for a job? Hours, flexibility, time off, pay, tasks that you have to do, who you have to work for, how many layers down you are in the organization, meaning, can I move my way up in the organization? Is there a way to move up in an organization, or do you not care? Do you just want an entry-level job now someplace, or a mid-level job someplace, and have no interest in going above that level? What is it that you want in a job? Same with a person. What do you want to have in your life? Do you just want somebody to pal around with, to watch sports with, to go to movies with, to go to dinner with? Or do you want somebody who's going to be in your life for the long term? What is it you're looking for? Now, all these things could change. Some things are easier to change than others. With people, a little bit easier to change than, let's say, a vehicle, because you got to get rid of the vehicle and get another vehicle if you need to replace it because something's changed. But things will change. So you're not planning out for the next 5 years, perhaps. Maybe you're planning out just for the next couple of years. But right now, we need to worry about what it is you're going to do to start 2026. Right? The days are about to shift. For those of us in the Northeast, things are about to get cold. February is usually the worst month. That's yet to come. So what is it that you need in your life? What is it that you want in your life? And how are you going to approach the new year? What is it you need to put aside? What is it you need to look up? What is it you need to research? What do you need to find out about yourself to help you make the decisions about what you can do that's going to make 2026 better than 2025? That's what this time of the year is for. Now, once you've figured out what it is that you want, then there's some things that you can do to help yourself if you want to do a ritual for it. Candle ritual, I think, is one of the easiest ones to do. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's something you do and then put everything away for a while. And what you're going to do there is write down everything that you're looking for. So let's say you're looking for a car, but you have all of those requirements of what you want for a car, but you've got a little problem: money. What monthly payment can you afford? What insurance can you afford? Because remember, the insurance will change when you change vehicles. What down payment is necessary? What do you need? Put down what you can afford with what you've got. And we're just going to use the car as an example. Put that down. Put a candle on top of it. Light that candle. And it could be a candle that makes you think of that item. Now get a second candle. Something that makes you think of you. And if it helps, you want to spray with a cologne or a perfume or something so that it smells like you do, to help you connect with that candle, do so. Once you've done that, you light the candle of what you're looking for, and you light the candle of you. You're going to put the candle up for you a distance from whatever that goal is that you want, whatever it is that you need. And that's where you're going to start out. And that's your starting point, all right? How far away am I from whatever it is that I want? That's what you're setting. Let it burn for a while. Extinguish the candles. Put everything away. Remember that distance. In a day or two, if you can leave it up, leave it up. But I know some places you're probably going to have put it on the dining room table or someplace just so you've got the space. The next day, put the candles back where they were. Light both the candles. Then take the candle that represents you and move it closer to your goal. You're not pulling the goal toward you. You're bringing yourself closer to the goal. And maybe it's that you're just a little closer to finding a used vehicle that's exactly what you're looking for in the price range that you want, or is mostly what you're looking for in the price range that you want. This isn't to say you're not going to have to do work, right? I don't care if it's a job, a person, or a car, you're going to have to go out and search. This doesn't take away from the search. This just tries to make whatever it is that you are focused on be more aware to you, making it easier for you to find. Because you've already defined those goals. You've already defined what it is that you're looking for. And now you're going to go find it. And don't think that you can jump ahead. This is going to take time. How much time is up to you. So don't take the candle from being a distance from where your goal is to where your goal is. And when you first set the candles up, be realistic about how far away you really think you are from that goal and how much closer you can move week after week or day after day toward that goal. Some things are going to be a little bit difficult at the end of the year here to find. For example, a different job could be very difficult depending upon your area and the job rate right now. Vehicle could be difficult to get now, but might be easier to get come spring or summer. So think about what things are like in your area, how easy or how hard it's going to be to find what it is you're looking for, and set your candles appropriately. Don't put pressure on yourself to meet a goal that you already know can't be met because nobody in your area is hiring, for example. Then don't assume you're going to immediately put these candles out there and get a job. Be realistic. Think of all the things that you want to get and set yourself up appropriately. And set yourself up for success. And that's what I've got for you for Yule this year. Thank you for celebrating Yule with the Pagan Alliance Church. I will talk to you all next Sabbath.